Testing. All right. You can cut out that other.
Hey, yo, hey. Yeah. Run it up, Blondo.
Hey, see y'all from Texas, where we sit riding swangers and put diamonds in our neck.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? It's your guy, it's your boy. It's your player partner, Doc Holiday. We are back with another HBCU tonight. As always, powered by HBCU Overdrive. Make sure you like the stream, comment, share, and most of all, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you get everything that you need, HBCU Overdrive. Also, if you're on Twitter, hit that follow button. And if you're on the YouTube, come on to the YouTube side and hit that subscribe button. So, we got a good show for tonight. Got a good show coming up for tonight. Waiting for everybody to come on in. And check out the phone with Mr. Ford. Should be in. He should be coming on tonight. So, but other than that, man, had a decent day today. All I did was just relax and keep my feet up, cleaned up. So I ain't never took this long off from being off of work. But you know, it is what it is. So let me go ahead and send that song over to folks. Yeah. Hope everybody's doing good, having a great night, great evening. Let's see what else we got. But we got a good show going on. We got a good show coming up tonight. First and foremost, main topic is we're going to talk about Jackson State women's basketball and why they're still preparing themselves for the tournament. We also got Legacy Bowl update and again, is it work going FBS? And that's in between. That's for us right there. What's going on, bro?
Give me 1 second. The signal dropped on me.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So we need to start this off by saying that the Buccaneers wouldn't know Black history if it slapped them in the mouth. Doug Williams was not the first Black quarterback, not even close. So shout out to the Bucs for sticking to their guns and not correcting their ill-timed post on a quarterback they didn't even like. But other than that, just get the show.
Oh yeah, I seen that earlier. I seen it earlier today, and I was like, I thought it was Eldridge Dickey.
Exactly. A Raider, by the way.
Oh, Eldridge Dickey was the first, and he was in the first round.
Yeah.
Waiting on for Mr. Ford to come on too, so we can talk about getting some more retrospect about what's going on with the Legacy Bowl. I know Blue told us about some stuff yesterday.
I'm gonna say this, Doc. When the brothers go to the Legacy Bowl, you are privileged for the opportunity to be there. Don't waste that privilege. It'll come out that some players are wasting that privilege. Don't waste that privilege. You don't get these opportunities again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking at it to where it's if any postseason all-star game or combine is a privilege to be at. So I don't take it I don't. If it was me, I wouldn't take it for granted. If I was the athlete out there, if I was the student out there, I wouldn't take it for granted because you don't know what type of what type of opportunities that you'll have out there. So but let's go ahead and get going. Morehouse decided that they're going to go ahead and hire a coach today. And knows the name Coach Sherrod. Don't know all about his his background, but we can go ahead and get into it.
At least you won't get any more posts about Morehouse when you're going to hire a coach. So there's that.
It was not when you're going to hire a coach. It was more is this coach, is he an actual football? Does he have football coaching experience? Okay, so Brad Sherrod, who was the head football coach at Texas Wesleyan, which is here in Fort Worth. So he's been on the division. He's been on the Division II level. The last 2 seasons, he's been to the playoffs. Have a 17-6 record, overall record. I think Texas Wesleyan had one of their better seasons this past year, and also, like I said, going to the playoffs, to the Division II playoffs. So, that's pretty much what I see. Well, I'll take that back. It wasn't Division II. It's NAIA. But still, it's still within the ranks of being on almost being on the same level. But they was in the NAIA playoffs though last season, the last 2 years. And we talked about a Texas Wesleyan team that he took over. That was pretty much almost they were not that good before he took over. They were not that good before he took over. So my thing about this is can he recruit? That's the main thing. Can he recruit with the academic standards that Morehouse has? And the main thing to me is, will the school, the athletic director, give him the leeway to run the program that he wants to run it? Or is this just the a plug and play type guy? I mean, you just put him in because we just need a coach.
It was Morehouse bad last year.
Morehouse was 3. I think they won. I think they won 3 games last season.
Okay. And the only reason I ask is because you made that move to get rid of the coach, and
you only gave him 2 years. And then the bad thing about it is, with Terrence Mathis, you hired him late the year before.
So I call this, you know how I feel about it. I call this the Willie Taggart hire, right? You hire him off the bus. You give him essentially a half a year to get everything together, and then wonder why it's not moving. And this, I am very much we're in the transfer portal era. It shouldn't take you a whole bunch of time if you had a winning program before. If you didn't have a winning program before, you can't expect the next coach to come in and go, "Yeah, I'm gonna win right now." You don't want him to say, "Hey, it's gonna take us, 5 years," but you can't realistically expect him to go, from a sub 500 team to all of a sudden y'all making the playoffs. I think that's unfair.
So the last time Morehouse had a winning record was in 2018, and they were 73.
See what I mean? So,
and then you look at, they had 2 4-6 records. They were 1-8 1 year. They were 1-9 2 years in a row. When Terrence Mathis got to Atlanta, I mean, where he'd been in Atlanta, but when he got to Morehouse, he went 1-9 his first season, and then he went 3-7 last season. Even though there was improvement, of the team this past year from last year, from the year before, it seemed like they were not happy with how the program was going. But if you give the coaches enough time to have a, you know what I'm saying, to have a program, to establish a program, to establish a well-run, you know what I'm saying, a well-run program, then you wouldn't be in this situation where you're replacing a coach every other year.
That's true. That is very true. As much as I talk bad about Canada Junior, the one thing they are is they're consistent with their program. And giving the team resources that they need to be competitive is what you're going to need to do long term. And I don't know everything about Morehouse. I don't think Morehouse is suffering from resources, if you will, on the D2 HBCU level.
No, I don't think they're suffering. I just think that they don't
You can say it is a
they
safe
don't
space.
focus on football.
Exactly.
Now basketball is a whole different story.
Yeah. The academics have to allow sports people to be sports people. Now you still have oversight, and you don't let them go willy-nilly and crash the program, but you got to let them get the resources that they need to build a winning program.
So what's going on, Mr. Ford?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Yeah.
So we talking about Morehouse hiring Brad Sherrod.
You know how I feel. Let me tell you something. The dumbest administrators when it comes to athletics is at my school in Morehouse. You talking about stupid. That's Morehouse and Clark. Okay? Clark did the dumbest thing they could have done. They had a man who won more games than they had won in over 40 years and fired the man. Listen, not this year. This was the football season of 25. But the season of 24, Coach Teddy Keaton led us to 8 or 9 wins. We hadn't had 8 or 9 wins since 77 or 78, and they got rid of it. Let me tell you something. When I say the dumbest, let me tell you why I say the dumbest. You got people in the MEAC and the SWAC telling Morehouse and Clark, if you don't want to bring your whole program, just bring your football program, because everybody has alums in Atlanta. That guarantees Morehouse, if they play a SWAC school, like you play Jackson, you play Southern, you play FAM, you talking at least 35 to 40,000 people. How much money is that? And then the same thing with Clark. All right? So I'm going to be honest with you. I wish y'all wouldn't waste y'all time talking about them dumbass folks over there at Clark and Morehouse. And I'm a graduate of Clark. Yeah? Because they ain't going to do nothing right. And I'm just telling you, Coach Keaton had 8 or 9 wins. We hadn't had 8 or 9 wins in over 40 years. And they had the nerve to fire that man? Man, please.
Didn't that beat VCU?
Yeah. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And just, in the last 15 years, Morehouse only had maybe four winning seasons. 4 seasons where they had more than 5 wins.
Right. Listen, in the last, I'd say 30 years, the only time we took Morehouse serious, that was a guy over there named Anthony Jones. Anthony had played on the Washington Redskins. He was a tight end. Now, he went to school at Wichita State. He left Morehouse and went to Alabama A&M. That's the only time in the last.
Sounds so familiar.
Yeah, you remember Anthony Jones? He was at Alabama A&M. And that's the only time we took Morehouse serious, because he knew what he was doing. But other than that, listen, That dumb decision, like you said about that Terrence Mann, that's all on Harold Ellis. He did that. Harold Ellis did that. He did the same thing to the basketball coach. We thought he was doing good. He up and fired that man.
Mm.
But I'm telling you, they the dumbest folks, man, when it comes to athletics. Let me tell you something. It would be cheaper for Morehouse because they don't have girls' sports.
Right.
They don't have girls' sports, so it would be cheaper. Listen, think about this. Morehouse entertained Jackson. That's got to be 30 or 40,000 people. Next week, you bring in FAMU. That's what is that? That's got to be 30 or 40,000. Next week, you bring in something. Come on, man. They stupid, man. They leaving money on the table.
So Brad Sherrod has more than 30 years of experience coaching. This past season, he coached Texas Wesleyan to the best record in a very long time. In his 2 years there, he went 10-1. He went 10-1 this past year, playing and coaching in the Sooner Athletic Conference, where he went up against Quinn Morgan at Langston. Went up against some other schools there, but he went to the playoffs 2 years in a row. My thing is, are you going to let him run the program the way he wants to run it? And he has a
where's it?
Huh?
Where's his brother coach?
He's coming from Fort Worth.
Okay, so what is he at Morehouse now?
Yeah, he's at Morehouse now.
Okay, like I said, I listen, man. Everything that's going wrong over there, I look at Harold Ellis, man. I remember when Harold played for Morehouse. I even remember when he was in high school. He went to Frederick Douglass High School here, played for Coach Don Dollar, and then he went over and played for what's coach's name? The coach at Morehouse, and then from there he actually went pro. He went pro in the NBA, did well. We cheered for him. And then he had a nice position, I think, with the New York Knicks. He might have been president or vice president of operations. But them decisions he making over there at Morehouse, I don't understand them. I don't understand them. And then on top of that, I definitely don't understand what they're doing at Clark. I don't. I don't. Because we were so happy with Coach Keith, man. I went to the game. Listen, we had a game where we were playing for a playoff, a championship against Miles, and that's when I really looked at Coach Sam Shade, and I came back and told everybody I really would like to see Sam Shade in the SWAC, and I got my wish, and I think he's going to do well in the SWAC. But for what they did to Coach Keaton over at Clark, man, is inexcusable, man. It makes no sense. I
think what they did to both coaches in the AUC was bad.
Yeah, man, it's just terrible, man. So I'm gonna say it again, man. I think they the stupidest people in black college sports when it comes to athletic administration, man. Because I don't think they don't understand nothing. I fought the presidents, I fought the ADs, I fought the faculty reps. Listen, man, I'm gonna say this again. You got Morehouse. You don't have girls' teams, so that's cheaper for you. Mm-hmm. You got Clark. Okay, we got a nice stadium over there. We can hold because we got a land stadium. We one-sided, but we got all that space on the other side. Okay, you talk about you could bring in FAM 1 week. You bring Southern, you bring in Jackson, you bring in Alabama State, Alabama. Man, you know how much money that is? Do you know how much just people to come see the Sonic Boom? Then you got the people that's just gonna come see the 100, people that's gonna come see the Human Jukebox, that band at Grambling. Man, it don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense. And like I said, really, man, they're irrelevant to me. They're not even worth keeping up with, man. I hate to say it. And like I said, I'm a graduate of Clark. Yes, I am a prior graduate. But it don't make no sense, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because I'm about to say Clark. They hired Terry Sims, right? I know
Yeah, they are.
They
Listen,
hired
they
Terry
still got rid of Coach Keaton. What was your rationale for getting rid of him? There's no justification for getting rid of him, man. It makes no sense. I know people say you got to move on. Yeah, I'm moving on, but that was stupid, man. Here's a man that you hadn't won that many games since I was in school, since the 70s. This is 2025. I mean 2026. And you're gonna get rid of him? Come on.
So yeah, well, hopefully he'll be a good head coach for Morehouse, and hopefully the administration don't get in the way of what he's trying to build over there.
Oh yeah. Okay. I just don't think they want nothing, man. I think all they want in the AU Center is homecoming and then maybe a game against each other, and that's it. They don't act like they have a commitment. They don't. They don't act like they have a commitment, man. You know, I look at Howard, I look at Bethune-Cookman. Those are private schools, but both of them, they got a commitment. They Division I AA, or what we call FCS.
Yeah, I did get a chance to talk to Coach White on what was that, Troy, last Sunday?
Yeah.
He got a plan for Howard. He has a plan for what he want to do at Howard. I think he told me his main focus for the team was to get the quarterback, get the offensive and defensive line together.
Oh yeah. Is this Coach White?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think Ted's gonna do well, man. You know, they come down here the last week in August. We're gonna go see them. They playing Alabama A&M in that SWAC MEAC challenge.
Okay.
Oh, you know, I try to go to that, you know. So I try to see, you know. I cheered for Ted. Ted played for a friend of mine, Steve Wilson. Actually, Ted came after Jay Walker. Now,
Jay Walker.
Jay talked all that mess, but Ted was better than Jay.
And I was about to say.
Yeah.
So today we had news from DeKalb, Illinois, where Thomas Hammock, who's the head coach at Northern Illinois, decided to take his talents to be, what was it, Troy, the running backs coach?
Running back coach at Seattle.
In Seattle.
You just want me to crash out. I know you. I know that's what this is. You just want me to crash out.
Is it the Seahawks?
Yes, sir.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
He had a brother was on the staff at Jackson State at one time, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They leave now. It's some conference Northern Illinois is leaving. What conference is that? Is it the MAC?
They're leaving the MAC conference.
Yep.
Yeah, they're leaving the MAC. So who's gonna get that job?
Don't know yet.
Don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
But it's real interesting. He took that new job after the transfer portal closed, after he got on national TV and showed his entire black behind hollering about what players do in the transfer portal. Well, sir, the kids committed to you. So now they're stuck for the next 5 days. They can't go anywhere. And then they only have 15 days to try and find a school to transfer to, when most of the teams already got their players, at least for the spring.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, I hope he does well. I hope God guides his steps.
Oh, yeah.
But again, you know, I'm okay with him, Miami coach Larry Nager quitting. If y'all don't want to be here, go do something else. We need people that's going to lead young men.
Needed to go. Larry Nager's almost 80 years old, wasn't he? How old was he?
Yes, he was about 80.
He was a great basketball man. Don't get me wrong. I know. See, I remember Jim Larry Nager when he was with Ralph Sampson. Them. He was an assistant with Terry Holland. Them. He know his basketball.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Listen, he about 80 now. If he ain't, he's close to it. I remember Jim Larry Nager from way back.
So yeah, he decided to take his talents to the Seattle Seahawks. And I mean, I can't say anything bad about it because
It's a great move for him.
it's a great move for him.
Yeah.
I understand because he did all this after signing day and stuff like that, but it's better to get your people in. And then I think they probably do have a succession plan, like as far as who's going to be the next head football coach, or they have a interim coach.
Yeah, right now it's looking like an interim coach because of the timing.
Okay.
But again, they're moving to the Mountain West, right?
Oh, they're going to the Mountain West?
Yes, sir.
So if I was being petty, if I didn't like that coach, I would say he ducking North Dakota State. But I'm not that petty, so I ain't gonna say that out loud.
I don't think he's ducking North Dakota State. I think it's the same thing. With, don't get me wrong, I really don't too much pay attention to Deion now, but I think it's what he said. You know what he said before: you either elevate or you get terminated.
Yeah, he probably going to get terminated. But my thing is, now, what's the advantage of going Mountain West over the MAC? I thought the MAC had more going for it than the Mountain West.
The MAC TV rights wasn't the Mountain West TV deal was better than the MAC.
Oh, okay.
Although the MAC just signed a new TV deal, so they probably about even now.
Oh, okay. So ESPN or who was the MAC with?
The MAC and Mountain West. They have like a hodgepodge of Fox, CBS.
Oh, okay.
So the Mountain West has CBS Sports and Fox Sports. The MAC has mainly ESPN.
ESPN. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Hey, Miss Mary. Happy birthday, Miss Mary. My favorite rattler.
Yeah, Miss Mary's a rattler, right?
Yep.
Oh, happy birthday.
Hey.
But yeah, I think it's a better move. And let's transition over to that. I seen something on HBCU game day, and it was asking, is it worth going FBS? And we've been talking about this ever since Sacramento State and North Dakota State decided to make their move to their respective conferences. NDSU going to the Mountain West, Sacramento State going to the MAC. We talked about this. So North Dakota State's paying $18 million to go to the Mountain West, compared to the $23 million for Sacramento State to head to the Mid-American Conference.
Right.
And basically they're paying that over a certain amount of years. They're not going to have to pay all at once.
Yeah.
That way they can preserve some of the finances, and they won't get hit. Now everybody always, when it comes to realignment, everybody have they think pieces on as far as which HBCU is gonna make that move. We talked about this last night, and with Blue, and I don't see no other school in HBCU that has the infrastructure. They do got the infrastructure, but mainly it's the money.
Thank you. That's what it's all about, the money.
To pay the conference the exit fee, and then also to pay the $5 million to move up to FBS. We talked about this last night, Troy. The only school we see in the SWAC that has the money like that will be Prairie View.
Well, I mean, as far as a draw, actually, it would be Jackson Southern FAM. Now, here's the thing about HBCU football in comparison to PWI football. See, our football is not just athletics, it's cultural. See, the average black fan does not want to see Southern play Weber State. The average black fan don't want to see Jackson State play some of them PWI. If you think I'm wrong, look at how these people in Atlanta, these North Carolina A&T fans, is all pissed off about them joining that CAA. They don't like it at all. Okay, they, Dave and them get on here and lie and pretend like the alums is all with it, and then every day in Atlanta you meet these A&T folks is telling you, I'm not going to homecoming because I don't want to see Elon, and I don't want to see Villanova, and I don't want to see Delaware and all them folks. Okay, because our football, like I said, is not just athletic, it's cultural. See, our people want to see your band. And they don't want to see no band that look like they're going to bury something. Okay? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to understand. Listen, 2 years ago, Tennessee State played a game against SEMO. The game determined whether or not Tennessee State would win the Ohio Valley. Do you know they had 1,500 fans at the game? 1,500 paid attendance. So, they can be a fool if they want to fall for that mess. But any of them black schools that jump their behind up talking about they going to FBS and all that, brother, they in for a rude awakening.
So I just say whoever got the money, whoever got the money, more likely is Prairie View. You can might say A&T might have the money for it too.
Listen, bro, they catching here with listen. They alums pissed. They trying to hold it together. The alums had to pay to get rid of Vincent Brown. Their school couldn't do it. The alums had to pay for it. They got problems. I mean, and they still FCS, but they in a PWI conference that's about to fall apart. So it ain't all cherries and roses over there with A&T now. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not.
The other thing is that what school, and I'm not talking about none of the private schools, what school state is gonna allow them to sell bonds for the infrastructure bills that they're gonna need to make? Because you're going to need to have at the FBS level at least a 30,000 seat stadium. Like USF claimed they're building a 30,000 seat stadium. That's the bare minimum. That is the absolute bare minimum. And they couldn't sell, they're not able to sell bonds to fund their stadium. The only school in the state that was allowed to sell bonds for infrastructure was Florida State. And people raised hell that they was $432 million in the red. Well, we got bond.
Yes, they're the most indebted school in the country right now.
No, I think right now it's Rutgers or Ohio State. Which one is that? It's Rutgers. It's Rutgers got like 500 million.
Oh, okay.
And so the state of Florida ain't letting fam do that.
No,
I don't know.
It was the state of Florida that forced fam out of the MEAC and told them they got to go spot.
Yeah.
Because of all of that money they was paying on travel. That was the legislature told them that. That wasn't fam. Fam had to get out of the MEAC. The MEAC wasn't helping them. Now they're making more money than they ever made.
Yeah. Also, Jay, half a bill in the red. Ain't lying. Half a bill in red. That's terrible. But everybody talks about it like we can do this and we can do that. Like somebody said, hell, Jackson State trying to get a damn stadium closer to the campus. We ain't trying to worry about moving up. We don't want to move up. I think we are perfect where we are.
Yeah, I do too. I agree with that. I do too. Now, Mr. Mona did the financials. I don't know if you saw that show. Listen, most of those schools are making probably about 6-7 million a year, right? Listen, the SWAC is making over 20 million a year. They're not even close to the SWAC. What they want to do is what they've always done to us. They want to vampire us. They want to siphon off the money and the time. See, that's what Branch Rickey and them other baseball executives did to the Negro Leagues. People don't know. The Negro Leagues was outdrawing Major League Baseball. The Negro League All-Star Game in Chicago was bigger than Major League All-Star Game. And them white executives was coming up to Chicago looking and saying, we want first the money that they're making, and we want these athletes, we want these players. And that's how they blood sucked the Negro Leagues. That's how they destroyed it. They want to do us the same way. They want to do HBCU football, especially in the SWAC, is profitable. They want the money. That's what they want. They look at schools like Jackson State. Jackson State averaging 30, 40,000 fans a game. Southern University averaging 20, 30,000 fans a game. FAMU, same thing. Alabama State, same thing. They want that money. And we stupid if we let them get it. We the ones stupid. Hey, Lady T, how you doing?
I think, and I think that's the reason why Dr. McClellan always say, if it don't make sense business wise, he ain't touching it.
That's what I'm saying. Leave them folk alone, man. Leave them. We doing good. Well, like you said, we doing great, man. Listen, when you go and look at the top 10 attenders for FCS football, Jackson gonna be one. Then it's gonna be Southern. It's going to be FAM. It's going to be Alabama State. It's going to be South Carolina State, North Carolina A&T, before they jump to the CA. They want what we got, man.
Back in the day, back in the early, the late 80s, early 90s, in order for a team when it was still considered 1AA to move up to Division 1A, you had to follow a certain criteria.
Yeah.
You had to average a certain amount of fans. Your stadium had to be a certain amount of seats. You still had to pay the on your end, you would have to pay the conference to exit out of the conference, and then you would still have to pay to move up a level. I think they had that, a school had to have at least a 25,000 seat stadium. They had to at least average at least 20,000,
right,
to move up, and they had to do that within, I think it was within a 3-year span before they even thought about moving up. That's the reason why I'm looking at. It makes sense for, now they don't have to worry about that. And it made sense for North Dakota State to move up because, hell, they play in the dome. They play inside.
What we in need of is 3 champions. We need an HBCU champion. We need a mid-major champion. And then we need a Power 4 champion. Listen, them schools like James Madison, Tulane, Boise State ain't got no business playing no Penn State in no playoff or playing Ohio State, Georgia, Indiana, and Alabama and all them schools. The mid-level school, the mid-level PWI, they need their own championship. Just like HBCUs, we got the Celebration Bowl. They need to get them something like that. And leave them folks in that Power 4 alone. Because I'm going to tell you something else about that Power 4. They getting ready to tell the NCAA to go to hell. Then they going to show them the dope. Y'all, I know y'all don't believe me. Just wait.
We can talk about it.
We can talk about it. We've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah, they get ready to show them the dope. Get the hell on. See, everybody don't realize now. All you got to do, the small schools don't do it, but the major schools, what they do with the NCAA is take them to court because they can't win a case. They snake bid when they come to win on a case because that's what the people down in Mississippi did. They denied that what his name? Trinidad Chambliss. Them that 1 year to build. So they took them to court and they lost. And that's why I'm telling you, I'm giving them Power 4 school. They gonna tell them that NCAA to get lost. It's coming real soon. It's coming. But I'm gonna say it again. We need a champion for the HBCUs. We need a champion for the mid majors, and we need a champion for the Power 4. And Ohio State don't need to be playing Mercer. Alabama don't need to be playing Mercer. Okay, Georgia, all them. Stop playing them little boy schools.
I was saying, because you got Division II, got their national championship. You got Division III have their national championship.
We need one. We got ours.
NAIA have their national champions.
That's right.
So I think it's what we were talking about that Troy last night. It was the half. What I said it was the half. It was between the haves and the have-nots.
That's what
Troy
it is.
said, what did you say, Troy?
It's the have littles and have nothings. That's what it really is.
That's right. And the majority of them have nothing, including us.
But we got something that they don't got. We got something that they don't got.
Wait till SWAC TV fully implement schools being able to sell ads. It's going to be a game changer.
Oh, yeah. I love SWAC TV, man. My wife set it up for me, man. I'm watching everything. And by the way, dog, let me just say this about that game the other night. I don't know. Did you watch the Jackson State versus Bethune-Cookman game?
Y'all watched parts of it. I had my baby girl's birthday. We had a birthday party Monday.
Let me tell you this one point. If Jackson State had gone out and got too big, about 6'8", to play with that roughing kid, two bigs that could run and jump, y'all would own the SWAC basketball. It's ridiculous. And I'm not trying to criticize the coach. But how in the hell you don't go get some big men and you got a guard like that roughing kid and like that McMillan kid? Because let me tell you this, that roughing kid, that's Allen Iverson 2.0, man.
Woo!
That's what he is. He Allen Iverson 2.0, bro. And it's a damn shame that, what's his name? What's your coach name?
Coach Mo.
Mo Williams.
He didn't go get them big boys to play with that boy. See, when you got a kid like that, this kid is a McDonald's All-American. You supposed to go after them big boys and say, look, this is who you going to be playing with. And then you show them the highlights of this kid. You can't tell me that y'all can't find 2 6'8" who can run and jump and play with that kid. Because I'm going to tell you now, the way they beat Bethune-Cookman, if he had got them 2 6'8", like I said, that could run and jump, baby, y'all would own the SWAC. Jackson owned the SWAC. He didn't do that right, man. And I ain't trying to criticize Mo, because I've been a fan of Mo. I loved him at Cleveland and all that. But man, listen, man, come on now. We got to go and tell it like it is. You supposed to have better big men than that to play with that kid, man.
Yeah, because Ruzon was killing us inside. Troy, he didn't have just 7 rebounds. He actually had 13 rebounds. He had a double the other night. So,
listen, we know Bethune-Cookman is going to go as far as Dr. Bradley take them.
Right.
I told y'all, Dr. Bradley had in that game, that first game against Jackson, he had what? 5 steals in the first half, like 12 points.
5 steals, 12 points. I think he ended up with like 20-something points in that game.
One man cannot be Bethune-Cookman's whole defense.
But they got two. But see, the thing is, Bethune-Cookman has 2 brothers also that can actually put the ball in the basket too. Then they picked up a former McDonald's All-American, Arterio Morris.
What's his name?
Arterio Morris.
Yeah, that's a kid from Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we got 2 McDonald's All-Americans in the SWAC now.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
And I wish we could have focused more on that too. Like from that game. Like, yeah, we got 2 McDonald's All-American because Because Arterio was supposed to be at Texas. He really was supposed to be at Kansas. And then, you know, he got in trouble. But when he went to court, they found him not guilty. But he had to end up going to South Plains in Levelland, Texas, out there in West Texas for that 1 year. So that's why I like Bethune-Cookman is last chance you in the SWAC.
Oh, they gonna get, because listen, Reggie is the AD and the head basketball coach. He got control of the money. So I'm gonna say this. Listen, now I don't know. I'm waiting to see what Coach Woody gonna do with that football. But Reggie gonna try to take the SWAC now. Y'all might as well get ready for that, because Reggie know what he's doing. You know, Reggie is he played under Jerry Tartaglia. Okay, that's high level. Then he worked under Rick Pitino. That's high level. So I'm just saying now. Listen, I think the Bethune is going to be a perennial powerhouse in basketball from now on, as long as Reggie's down there. Because, like I said, he's the AD and he's a head basketball coach. That means he got the hand on the money. He controlling the money.
Yep.
He controlling the money.
On the women's side, Dawn Thornton and them Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's the coach of the year, bro.
Are looking real good. She's going to be the coach of the year.
My thing is now, Miss Simone always tell me she's a grad of Jackson State. Why y'all didn't bring that lady to Jackson State?
Because she had she worked previously when she was at Prairie View under Axel Robinson.
Oh, okay.
I think they would have put I feel like they would have put their egos to the side. And they, she could have came in and did what she did, but we ended up getting Margaret Richards. But on the women's side, Dawn Thornton is going to be coach of the year.
Coach of the year, bro.
She is going to win another 20 games this year.
Oh, yeah.
Her thing is she has to get past the third round of the tournament.
Now I'm gonna be honest with you. The guy who I thought would dominate the SWAC was Coach Funches down at Southern. That's who I really thought was going to dominate the SWAC. But that will tell you how much I know. But I did. I thought with what I saw them play somebody. They played one of them Power 4 teams and beat them. And I said, he going to run over the SWAC. But, hey, that lets you know, bro, we got some parity in the SWAC, man.
Yep. So we looking at that. And before we get into the rest of the women's basketball, I've seen some updates from down in New Orleans for the Legacy Bowl.
Oh, yeah, I did too. I saw the roster. The USA Today published the roster.
Hey, Troy, what did Blue tell us yesterday about Eric Hunter?
He is a grown man playing with boys.
Yes, he is, man.
And he showed out again today.
Well, I'm gonna say this here now. I was shocked that because let me tell you something. It's a lot of money going into Morgan State. You know that Kenzie Phillips gave him a lot of money and some other money going in there because Morgan's getting ready to open a medical school, and they say that they want to be a bigger impact in Black college sports. i.e., they want to come to the Celebration Bowl. But here's the thing. I was shocked they didn't fire Coach Wilson, man. I'm going to be honest. I was shocked. Because what has it been, 4 or 5 years? It's been 4 years?
4 years.
4 years.
I know, and that's all I see.
This last recruiting class, he got some talent going to Morgan. If he don't do it this year, because he got talent from Tampa that I know these boys can play. If he don't do it this year,
the only thing, the biggest thing with them is since he's been there, he's never had a big time quarterback. When is he gonna get his Kincaid, his Morgan, his Sanders? When he's gonna go get the big time quarterback?
He got the kid out of Jacksonville Reigns.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, if he don't get it done this year, it's a wrap.
Okay.
That kid can ball.
And now who is the offense coordinator? Is offense coordinator? Do y'all know who that is?
Let me check and see.
Yeah, I can't think off the top of my head.
Mexico, right? Is he still there? Cause listen, man, Morgan, they big. They might play the best defense in black college football. But my thing is, then their offense, they can't. No kind of activation. Huh?
They can't move the ball.
They move the ball. Like I said, I was shocked that they didn't move on him, man. I like Coach Wilson now because I really loved him at Bowie, but I was shocked, man. I thought they was gonna move on him. I did. I thought they was gonna let him go.
Apollo Wright is the offensive coordinator.
What's his background? Where's he from? Where did they get him from?
Let's see. Spent the last 2 seasons head coach at Fernandina. Beach.
Florida or California?
No, Florida.
Florida, okay.
That's how they got their kid out of Jacksonville.
He was an assistant coach at New Mexico and FIU.
That's the guy. That's him. That's the guy. I remember. That's where I remember. They got him from New Mexico. Yeah, I remember that. But you know what? Now you said the kid came out of Reigns or Reebok. Where the kid come from?
Jacksonville Reigns. They won a state title last year.
Let me tell you, my number one question is: how in the hell did FAMU let that boy leave the state of Florida?
So
that's my first question.
I'll go ahead and say it. So FAMU had, when they got Quinn Gray,
right?
They already had 2 quarterbacks on their board. The kid from Jacksonville Reigns is a little bit smaller than the other 2 quarterbacks that Quinn Gray recruited and signed. Outside of that kid 5'10", but he can absolutely ball.
Yeah, but let me see. Wait a minute. Now here's the problem I got with that. Okay. Now, Doc, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Didn't Quinn Gray work in Jacksonville? Didn't he work in a high school down there?
No, he coached here coached in Tallahassee. I don't know about Jacksonville.
He
played in Jacksonville. He played in Jacksonville.
Right, but I'm saying I thought he coached a high school in Jacksonville. Doc, look at his biography, because that's inexcusable. He's out of Jacksonville, and he knows the lineage between Florida A&M and Jacksonville, because out of Jacksonville came Bob Hayes. Right outside of Jacksonville is St. Augustine. That's Willie Gallimore. He got to put a fence around that. He can't let no kid leave no Jacksonville and go to Maryland. He can't do that. I don't care if he's 5'5".
Lincoln High School, but that's where is that at?
That's in Tallahassee. Yeah, so he coached in Tallahassee.
He never coached in Jacksonville.
Mm-mm.
Okay, but listen.
He been around HBCU, so Alcorn, Albany, and then we use the head coach at Albany State.
Okay, well, listen, y'all. Let me tell you something. For Quinn to be able to run up against Jackson, Prairie View, and them folk, he got to have them boys out of Jacksonville. Now
so he got that quarterback out of Thomas Central.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. I did read that. But let me say this, man. Quinn got to corner Jacksonville, man. He got to have them boys. Matter of fact, and I done said this over and over. FAMU has got to go back to playing at least one game in Jacksonville. They got to revive the Bowl City Classic because it's too many athletes. Now, most of y'all know Jacksonville, land-wise, is one of the largest cities in America, okay? It's Jacksonville, San Francisco, Memphis. Those are very large cities as far as land. FAMU got to get them kids out of Jacksonville, man. They can't be letting kids leave Jacksonville and go to Morgan State. That can't happen. That can't happen, man.
And some other kids that left. Hey, well, yeah, for him to go to Florida, come from Florida, go to Baltimore.
Yeah, that don't make no sense, bro. Like you said, I know y'all say he's 5'10", but baby, they can't do that now. You can't do that. You can't let him leave like that. He got to go to Tallahassee, baby. See, he got to do what the guy was named. You remember the man that first made major? Snellenberger. Snellenberger put a fence around Miami because everybody was coming into Miami, especially they wanted them running backs out of Miami. He put a fence around Miami and told them other folks stay out. And that's what Quinn got to do in Jacksonville. He got to put a fence around Jacksonville. Whether they 5'10" or 6'4", he got to have them in Tallahassee.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Troy don't deal with obvious people. He don't
Oh
deal.
no, I know Ibis' entire recruiting class. I know the reason why Snellenberger became as popular as he did, because they got beat by FAMU.
Yeah.
If FAMU don't beat them, they don't. Miami thinks they are a real program. They found out they was not a real program. Them white boys wasn't gonna be enough.
Yeah, that was when I was in school. That was 1979. Yeah, that was his. Was that his first or second year?
That was his second year. That was his second year.
Smokey or something. Remember, that was they were running like a veer. They wasn't running the pro set that we all knew at Miami at that time. They was running stuff like a veer. But I remember when he came, because the person who turned that offense around, his name was Earl Morrow. He had come from the Baltimore Colts and the Miami Dolphins. He brought that NFL offensive style to UM.
And then he had Jim Kelly as his.
Jim Kelly, that's right.
Yeah, FAMU beat Jim Kelly.
No. It wasn't Jim. Jim came later because Jim was from Pennsylvania. See, Jim actually was supposed to go to Penn State. Jim went to meet Joe Paterno, and Joe Paterno looked at that big old thick neck he had and said, "You going to linebacker?" And that's when he walked out that door and headed to Miami because he wasn't going to play no linebacker. He was a quarterback, but he just was a big guy. You know how Jim Kelly used to look, man.
Man, so yeah, I still say Legacy Bowl. I think there's some other guys out there. I know Gerald was saying that the wide receivers need to work on their release technique. I seen that from his notes today. They all down there. And I'm trying to get down there myself, but
now how far is that from you, Doc? From Dallas to New Orleans is what? How many hours?
About 6 hours.
Oh, that's nice. So that's 400 miles, 500 miles?
About 3.
Oh, about 300 miles?
300 something.
Yeah, that ain't bad. And by the way, Doc, let me tell you, I've been trying to find. I finally saw it. I really like Alabama A&M's recruiting class, man. They brought in 39. I think they did a great job, man. Yeah, I looked at it and I saw it. I saw one guy interview him like afterwards, and I saw their recruiting night where they told what they got. They got a quarterback from Penn State, but they also got, the guy from Georgia State, from Birmingham. He's coming back. What's his name? Quad Brown or something?
Quad Brown, yeah.
Okay, and then they got that kid from Pine Bluff. You remember him? What was McKay? Was it Hagen? What was his name?
Makai Higgins.
He's back. He's back in normal.
Ooh.
Then they brought a kid in from Penn State, and they brought another kid in from a junior college out in Missouri or somewhere. But I'm serious, man. Because I'm a Sam Shade fan now. I like Sam Shade now. I'm just waiting to see. Because I'm gonna tell you something. We were at school today. We were looking at the football schedule, and this is what I've been telling people. You got 3 programs in the SWAC in 2026. Got to make a decision. They are my school, Grambling, Alcorn, Texas Southern. they're going to have to make up their mind whether or not they're going to be mediocre programs or they're going to go for the championship. Now, I think out of the three, one of them's going to emerge. Now, personally, given a biased opinion, I think it's Grambling. Okay,
I'm about to tell you it's Grambling because
we signed 30, and I like the 30 we signed too. But now let me tell you something. I like Cedric Thomas now. I like our Goin coach now. I love when he talk. I listen like his stuff. But let me tell you something, man. One thing we said today, there will be 3 good games every week in the SWAC. It would be 3 classic games every week in the SWAC. If them 3 teams right there come through, if Alcorn, Grambling, and Texas Southern pick up, it will be 3 good games every week, man.
So Steve White, the main man down there, from Tennessee State? Steve White?
Yeah, Steve be in Atlanta. You talking about the beat writer?
Yeah.
He went to Howard. He's a Howard graduate.
Okay, so he said players that stood out today from Team Robinson was Bryce Cage, defensive lineman, Grambling, Quincy Ivory.
Oh yeah, bad. Quincy Ivory's bad.
Warren Robinson, who's from Grambling. Reed Pulliam.
Oh yeah, I love Reed, man.
And Stamarian Edwards.
Now who is that? Now I don't know him.
Linebacker from Alcorn.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Carlos Donovan from Morehouse as DB, and Markel Linzer for Grambling. He said those players stood out today in practice today. Blue said no, was it Blue or was it G? Gerald said he said Reed Pulliam doesn't even look like he don't look like a typical kid coming out of college. He looks like he is fully ready for the NFL. Talking about 6'3", 235 pounds.
Now let me say this about Reed. Okay. Hands down, the year that Jackson State won this Celebration Bowl, he was truly the best linebacker on Jackson State's roster. But now let me say this past year, I'm going to be honest with you, I thought it was that other kid from Hoover. What's that boy's name? Taylor? What's his name?
Ashton Taylor.
I thought Ashton Taylor was the best linebacker on Jackson's roster. Not only that's why I was so upset with him when he got in the transfer portal, because I didn't understand. I thought that he had played himself into the NFL conversation. Then for him to leave Jackson and then go to Middle Tennessee State, to me that didn't make no sense. I know they probably offered him $5. I know that. I know y'all, because that's how we are. We'll trade anything for $5. But anyway, I just thought he gave up too much. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Now, y'all go back. The best game in last year's season was not that Celebration Bowl. That was the second best game. The best game was that Jackson State homecoming when they ran up with Alabama State and Andrew Body.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who saved that game for Jackson was that Taylor kid. Go back and look at that last play of the game. It was that Taylor kid. That Taylor kid was the best linebacker on Jackson State's roster last year.
Yeah. I totally agree on that. We could want to get with Jackson State women's basketball. We're gonna talk more about football. Jackson State women's basketball. There was an article that came out from the Clarion Ledger that was written by Tia Reed. Shout out to her. I met her a couple of times this past season. She covers Jackson State athletics. And it came up that 2 players from the team were not on the team no more, or they left the team. But One of the reports said that Massanet had suffered a season-ending injury, but we don't know. She hasn't played since January, and they went 5-5 in the time that during the time that she has been out, and that's not including the win on Saturday against FAMU.
Yeah.
I know
One of the things I saw, I watched the game on FAMU. I watched it on was it HBCU Go? I think I watched it on there. But anyway, Doc, from the kind of big girls y'all had under Miss Tamika, is it Miss Tamika Reed? What was Tamika?
Yeah, Tamika Reed.
Okay, y'all have kind of gone down. Because y'all was, see, under Tamika, y'all was having them 6'5" girls that had played Power 4 and was ready to play. And so y'all could play the LSU. Okay, you done lost that. You ain't bringing in them kind of girls no more. And that's the first thing I noticed when I watched the game. Now, they did good, but you ain't got the missile carrier you had under Miss Reed. You ain't got them. No, you ain't got them. Because y'all had a girl 6'5", you went and got a girl from California. One girl was from Mississippi State. Y'all had power girls. And, because I still say that game y'all played LSU against Kim Muck and them, y'all should have won that game. Them guards kind of faded on y'all at the end, but you should have won that. I watched that game. That was in the tournament. You should have won that.
So, yeah, I asked Troy, he was like, I ain't touching that. Don't get it to the first.
They gave him 100.
It gets into too much. It gets into too much of like we don't know what's going on with those kids, and for them to put out a report that's very vague, you ain't have to do that. So stuff like that I don't touch because it could be anything. It could be anything. And I'm not saying she is, I'm just using the example. She could be dealing with a pregnancy or depression. We don't know what's going on with them. So on stuff like that, until the school come out with something, I don't like to touch that.
Yeah,
because the media will lie. Now that's one thing they'll do on us. The media will lie and they will instigate.
Well, I don't think Tia Reid will lie about that. I think she will. I think she's real good when it comes to her reporting. There go Blue. He said Jeremiah Williams had a great day today. And Chris Mosley. He said Chris Mosley.
Who is Chris Mosley? Who is that?
Running back from North Carolina State.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that kid was good. I remember him. Yeah, that kid, Chris Mosley. Yeah, man. He's the one ran over Southern.
And then he said there's a kid from Edward Waters that's out there getting on folks.
Yeah, man. I saw them this year. That's Coach Jenkins. Dude is down there with him, too.
Yeah. Hey, Blue, which kid was that from Edward Waters? Because Edward Waters, in the first half of the Bethune-Cookman game, was hanging with Bethune-Cookman in that first half.
Yeah,
and it was on the line.
Yeah, I saw Edward Waters. Clark played Edward Waters for homecoming. They had some players. They had that kid that was a quarterback at Southern that came from Grambling. What's his name?
Noah Biden. They say he had a good.
Yeah.
He had some good quarterback. Huh?
He was a starting quarterback for Edward Waters this year.
Noah Biden.
Yeah.
So they say he had a good practice today also, from what I've seen. Let me look. I'm looking on the roster right now because he's on Team Gaither. Is it Team Gaither or is it? It might be Team Robinson.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. They got a receiver, Makai Lovett. He's 6'1", 220.
And he's that's the kid from what school?
He's from Edward Waters, but I think on defense.
Man.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
Yeah, the Edward Waters has put an emphasis on athletics, man. That's in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they done put an emphasis down, and I always did like Coach Jenkins. I always did like him.
If they can keep those 2 stars in town in Jacksonville,
Oh yeah,
they're gonna be a problem.
oh yeah. Hey, Edward Waters might try to take over that SIAC. I heard that. Now I don't know how the girls are doing now, but in the preseason, everybody was hyping the girls in girls basketball. Coach Jenkins gonna do a good job with that football. You ain't got to worry about him.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm like I said, I'm kind of like with Troy. I'm not gonna touch a story unless the school puts it out. But like I said, Tia Reid ain't gonna. I don't think she's gonna put out no foolishness when it comes to her writing.
Right.
But Margaret is doing Coach Margaret is doing the best job that she can with the roster that she has.
Right.
Even though that the rock is depleted. And still, you're still hanging in there because she's still middle of the pack. And it's not like, you finish out bad, you can't get into the tournament because everybody's going to the tournament this season.
Oh yeah, I'm glad of that.
You just want to get to the top 5 so you get a double bye.
You get the double bye. So that's the main thing about that. But we shall see. They play this Saturday. I mean, they play tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but they play Saturday.
And who they got?
Got Alcorn.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one, man. That's in Jackson or in Lorimer?
I think that is in.
That's in Jackson.
I think it's in Jackson.
Oh, that's gonna be a packed house. That's tomorrow. When is that?
Let me see. I'm checking this. I'm checking the.
I think a few teams got double headers. You got okay.
Oh, it's in Norman.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's gonna be a big crowd.
Yeah, they play Saturday.
What's the name is doing really well. That Alcorn girl program, they doing very well, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be dangerous in that tournament.
On the men's side, Alabama A&M, Dante Jackson down there, Alabama A&M is having a good season also.
Who is that?
Them Bulldogs.
The girls or boys?
The guys.
Oh yeah, that's Coach Jackson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that guy's good, man. That's the guy came from Grambling.
Yep.
Yeah, he's good, man. They got a beautiful arena too. That's a beautiful place, man.
Oh Lord. He said, Zach said Norfolk State ducking A&T. They canceled their game against A&T, and then they both scheduled Chicago State instead. Oh, wow.
This was Norfolk State did that?
Yeah, for football.
Oh, what, he trying to win some games?
Trying to win some games.
So
do that. Huh?
Yeah, the hot take is I think Chicago State gonna win 3 games. And one of them gonna be against A&T.
A&T that beautiful?
The coach at Chicago State is the same coach at Florida Memorial. When Florida Memorial, it was Clark that had that shootout that they had to end the games because of driver. That's that coach.
Yeah, because of travel restriction and the weather too.
He's a good coach.
Yeah. It was Bobby Roan. Bobby Roan was the head coach at Florida Memorial.
What's his name?
Bobby Roan.
Yeah, I remember him. Was he at Central State at one time?
Let me check on that.
Okay, I might have him wrong. I might be wrong.
But yeah, I'm. They might not win a lot of games, but I know they're gonna win 3 because what was it, that Kentucky Christian University? I think they'll beat them.
Oh, okay.
and they play VUL at the end of the season.
So,
Yeah, he
so
was at Central
Chicago
State.
State, are they going to be Division II? Are they going to be FCS? What are they going to be?
They're FCS.
Oh, the FCS. Okay.
Yeah, he was at Central State.
Oh, he was at Central State?
Yeah, he was the head coach at Central State.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I remember his name. I remember him. Yeah.
Jay White, Coach Dooley is at Edward Waters.
But yeah, get back to some football. I told people I like my defensive staff for the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, you got a whole new staff, right?
Mm-hmm. A whole new defensive staff. They young. Is Christian Parker.
Yeah. Now he came from where? Where was he at?
So his last stop was at Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
And he came on, I think he was under Vic Fangio too.
Oh yeah. Look, Doc, y'all still got them black college boys. Y'all still got the kid from FAM and the kid from Jackson State. And
yeah. James Houston was on the contract. In fact, Marquise Bell is still on the contract.
That's right. So those are the only two y'all got?
For right now, yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
On the coaching staff, so Christian Parker also has he got HBCU ties. He coached at Norfolk and at Virginia State. The defensive line coach Marcus Dixon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Marcus Dixon is from Georgia.
Yeah, with Hampton. Yep. He came back. Yeah, he came back to the Cowboys to coach D9.
Yeah, I think Marcus played for Joe Taylor.
We got some other dudes. We just signed. We just got what was that? Who was that? Last week, Troy, the guy from SMU. He was the defensive coordinator at SMU under last. And I think he's going to be coaching. He's going to be coaching corners.
Okay, yeah. I saw where SMU moved some of their games out to. Was it Cowboy Stadium somewhere?
Cowboy Stadium. They haven't done that since the 80s.
Yeah, since Dickerson them, right?
Yep.
Yeah. To let you know that program's growing.
They need to do something to recruit that money they give them to the ACC.
Yeah, man. Listen, man, they already if they could just get big in the trenches, especially on that offensive line, man, I think they can do some things, man. Rhett Lashley, they pretty good, man.
Mm-hmm. Look for his name to be called up again for somebody else's who got
they gave him a big bag.
They did, but somebody gonna put his name on the list.
Oh, okay. Because I heard y'all had tied him up.
Yeah, they got him. So of course, Sonny Dykes tied up with TCU.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They just hired a new coach over at UNT since Morris went up to Oklahoma State.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Now, Doc, can Dion win 4 games next year? Win 4. So that's all I'm giving him.
It depends on his schedule, because whoever he start out with. Ooh.
I'm giving him 4 games. And then y'all homeboy can come back home. Listen, Doc, y'all got to get a job for Neely. Hey, Noop, y'all got to get a job for Neely now. Because they're going to run his behind out of Boulder, too.
I hope he get hit by a Nerf bus.
No, they go run his behind. If they get down out of Neely, going to be right behind him. All them gonna have a U-Haul leaving Bowling. Hey,
Oh my
y'all better go and get Neil a job in Jackson.
goodness.
Let y'all.
Hey, he said, get him ready, get him a job.
Get him a job.
Application.
The only thing he good for is running down kids. I ain't never seen somebody spend so much time talking bad about kids.
Man, that was bad business right there.
Yeah, they gotta get Neil a job.
Hey, Jay said waste management.
Yeah, gotta do something.
Said Hines County Jail cook. Get off the computer. Hey, I can't say nothing. My sister worked for she worked for the Dallas County Marshals here. But now, I don't know. I don't know how many games he can win. It depends on it all depends on if he plays Oklahoma State, because I think they're gonna be a little bit more better this season than they
Now,
were.
who got that program now? Who's at Oklahoma State?
It's Eric Morris. He was the head coach at North Texas.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Big 12 football is coming up, man. Big 12 football is coming up. They basketball is the best in the country. They want y'all to believe that shit about the ACC, but the best basketball about the last 10, 15 years is that Big 12 basketball. That Big 12 that Kansas State, Texas Tech, who else? Who's the Big 12 folk?
BYU.
Houston. Yeah, that's some good basketball, man. That's the best basketball in the country.
Cincinnati.
See, yeah. But that Big 12, now, their football is coming up too. Their football is getting better.
Yeah. I was telling Troy yesterday, don't sleep on the Big 12 because it might not be good for the football, but when it comes to basketball,
No, they got the best, man.
Oh yeah.
They got the best basketball, man.
Remember that NCAA money is 2 years. Not 1 year like football. That NCAA money is 2 years.
yeah.
You get 2 years of money.
And guess what? Arizona, Kansas, Texas Tech. Well, shoot, I don't know about Texas Tech because I just got a report that their leading scorer, JT Toppin, suffered an injury last night.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be out, right?
Yeah, I think he out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
BYU with AJ DeBancy, even though he's a one and done.
Yeah, them guys one and done, man.
I'd say still don't sleep on Baylor. Houston's rolling.
Yeah.
Cincinnati, West Virginia. Now, if it was Bob Huggins, Cincinnati, or Bob Huggins, West Virginia.
Oh, they would be in it, bro. Because one thing, Bob Huggins' team's going to play that defense, bro. They're going to play that defense.
Yeah, Colorado's in the Big 12.
Yeah, they're in the Big 12.
So is UCF.
I'm going to see on 4 games, bro.
And the 4 corner schools: Utah, BYU, Arizona State, Colorado.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that Big 12 is nice, man.
Yeah, Baylor used to be good at basketball, but, Scott Drew I'm going to be honest with y'all. Scott Drew been in Baylor. He's been at Baylor since 2003.
He's won how many national championships?
He won that one in 20, was it 21?
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Nebraska ain't in the Big 12. Nebraska went to the Big 10.
They wish they was in the Big 12 because their program lost in that Big 10. They wish they was in the Big 12. If they was having the sense, they'd get out that Big 10 and go back Big 12. That would help their football. because they lost in that Big Ten, man. See, when I was a young guy, man, listen, man. See, y'all don't remember that boy was named Johnny Rogers, Jerry Taggy, the coach Bob Devaney, and then Bob Devaney was Tom Osborne. They was something else, man. Then they come up with following behind that money up there at the Big Ten. They lost their program, man. You remember Tommy Frazier?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Frazier, the boy that was so crazy, Lawrence Phillips. You remember him?
Yep.
Yeah, they was something else, man.
Lawrence Phillips, Ahmad Green, Thunder
Yeah,
Commons.
Ahmad Green.
Why y'all forget about Roger Craig?
Wasn't it Kevin Roach?
Can't forget about Roger Craig. Can't forget
Yeah,
about
Roger
Craig.
Craig. One boy was named Urban Fire, wasn't it? Urban.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were New Jersey kids. Yeah, they need to get back in that Big 12, man.
I'm not gonna lie. It's $73 million a disbursement a year. They ain't in no rush to go back to the Big 12.
You right. That's what killed Maryland. Now looking at that money, that's what
Maryland and Rutgers.
Yeah. Cause see what the Big Ten wanted. Big Ten wanted TV sets in the DC area. Rutgers was TV sets in the New York area.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't care. No, they didn't want them. They just wanted them sets, man. Wanted for that Big Ten network.
Yeah, Tom Osborne was one of the greatest. I'm gonna tell you another coach that nobody really don't give no. They don't really talk about was Grant Taft.
Yeah, Grant was Baylor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember Grant. Grant used to be head of the Coaches Association or something.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, I remember Grant.
Him and I heard stories. Him and Eddie Robinson were very good friends. They were very adamant about the TV. You know, that's the reason why we're in this situation now with realignment because of the TV. Eddie Robinson told everybody 40-some years ago that this was going to happen. He said that on Capitol Hill.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I remember that.
And right now, let's see. In double overtime right now, Arkansas and Alabama in basketball.
Let me turn back to that game.
They going at it right now.
Yeah, that's what that crook's name at Arkansas.
John Calipari.
Yeah, baby, the crook himself. You gotta watch Calipari. You've been a mess around and gave him all your clothes.
No, he good till he get ready to leave. Then you know your program gonna be on probation when he leave.
That's Calipari, baby.
Yeah,
from Larry Brown. Calipari used to be at UMass. He had Marcus Camby now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He left there and went to Memphis.
Memphis. That's right. They had the kid from Chicago. What was his name? That guy.
But you know what? That was his actual longest stop. Was that Memphis when he was at Memphis?
Oh yeah.
He was there from what? After he left the NBA because he was with New Jersey. After he left the NBA, he came to Memphis. I think that was in the early 2000s. He was there for a very long time until he left to go to Kentucky.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
But yeah. And then let's see, men's college hoops. BYU, Arizona going at it right now. Kansas and Oklahoma State it's really ain't the same. I'm about to say Jerome Tang from Kansas State getting fired with cause.
Oh yeah, man.
That was dumb.
Yeah,
That man getting fired for his record. They just didn't want to pay him $18 million.
That's what that was, bro. They ready for him to go. Because he didn't do nothing wrong. He just called
And he
them
gonna
boys.
get them $18 million.
Yeah. Hey man, listen. When you coming back, Doc? I got to go. I got to fight them children tomorrow.
I'll probably get back on Friday, depending on what time
okay.
I schedule. I got, I got to get ready because I had to be at Paul Quinn tomorrow at I think at noon.
Okay.
That's the press conference, right?
Yes, press conference for HBCU athletic conference.
Okay. Well, listen, everybody, y'all have a good night. Okay.
All right.
Oh, I meant to tell you, Mr. Ford. I got to talk to Jalen Rose, not Jalen Rose, but Jimmy King a couple weeks ago.
Fab Five?
Yes, sir.
What's Jimmy doing now?
He stayed in Dallas.
Yeah, was he from Texas?
Yeah, he's from Plano.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Was it two of the Fab Five from Texas?
Mm-hmm.
What was the other kid?
Ray Jackson from Eastside Austin.
Okay. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. So he's not coaching anything?
I don't know if he's coaching, but you know what? I wish I would have asked him if I could do an interview with him one time.
Right.
But I knew it was because I was there. Paul Quinn played Suno.
Oh yeah. Who won that?
On the women's side, Paul Quinn women won, and then on the men's side, Suno won.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got some people I work with, man. They think their SWAC championship next year in football will be the same thing. It's gonna be Jackson and
Prairie View
for a rematch.
I don't think.
So I will tell you something. You know what I tell folk? That Andrew Body back in the SWAC, bro. He listen. He dangerous. He dangerous, bro. He dangerous.
Oh yeah. Well, all right, Mr. Ford. Go on.
Y'all have a good night here.
I wonder what Sam Madison doing. He's probably gonna be coaching somewhere.
Now, what's up with you talking about with Sam Madison? What he was doing, man?
I don't know if I got authorization to say yet. But he gonna be somewhere. He gonna be somewhere. That's what I know. And what I know is somebody gonna be betting eyebrows, chest hairs, and Lee press-ons. That's what I know.
Not Lee press-ons.
Because some people had said that they can't bet their eyebrows because they tattooed on. So I was like, well, some ladies can't bet eyebrows, so you bet Lee press-ons.
Oh shit. Oh man. Let's see. I just seen something. They said LaMelo Ball was he had a
car accident.
Yeah.
EB from A&T. She commented on the video, but it looked like his Hummer hit somebody. I don't know who was at fault because of the angle of the camera, so you can't tell if somebody was at fault. But yeah, his custom Hummer hit somebody. Or at least they said it was a custom Hummer. It looked like the Tesla truck.
Let's see. Major League Baseball Players Association elect Bruce Meyer as interim executive director today after replacing Tony the Tiger Clark. And
man, we don't want to hear about that. We want to hear about what he said to his brother. That's what we need to know.
Because he was yes. Why are you messing with your sister-in-law?
We need to know. My life is boring. I'm a programmer. My life is boring. I like to look at other people mess. Sir, you knew the feds was watching. Why you not cleaning up your act? Because if the feds investigated and they found out he was messing with his brother's wife, there was some money that exchanged some kind of way. You was at a hotel. You was doing something you ain't had no business doing.
He was being a big hoe. That's what he was being. Now look at you, looking like a big ass Santa Claus with that white beard he got. and bald head. Yeah, now you're getting talked about. Now you're getting investigated by the feds.
Man, this is it's really too easy to be faithful. It really is.
Steph Curry is still out for they said he's going to be out for the Warriors, and Porzingis is going to make his debut tomorrow for the Warriors. This came out today too. Civil suit filed by the ex-girlfriend for Rasheed Rice that alleges assault.
That man attorney said that she signed an affidavit saying that their altercation was verbal and not physical. That's not even the point. The point is stop putting yourself in toxic relationships. And yes, when I was younger, I thought toxic relationships was like the greatest thing in the world. But when you got stuff to lose, basic is okay. You don't need all the craziness. It's okay to go home and just chill and watch TV. I promise you, you can go out every now and then, have fun, and come home. You ain't got to be crazy all the time. Crazy ain't got to rule your life. They got 4 people that filed out. Jesus. And 2 of them got 20 plus points. You see in this game?
No, let me get the damn.
Yeah, 113 to 112.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Well, this is why you need good depth in big time college basketball. Wait, that man, Darius A. Cup got 49 points.
That boy, that now he's gonna be a problem when he go to the league.
But no, the MLB thing is it's funny to me, but it's not funny to me. Same thing with this Rasheed Rice thing. It's not funny because you are about to put yourself in a situation where you could hurt your long-term goals. You could end up losing a big contract for this foolishness.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and I want to be very careful how I talk about that because I saw Cam and his sidekick talking about the whole Rika situation, and I ain't really like how they was talking about that. So I want to be real careful.
Oh, you talking about Cam Newton?
Yeah. I ain't really like it don't matter how good her goods is. You don't do that.
And what did Cam Newton say? What did he say?
Oh, they had a whole little skit about, when good, what, have you acting crazy.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Don't worry, tomorrow night it's gonna be the romper room. He had a whole bunch to say this week, apparently.
Oh, snap. Alabama up by 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, to have 4 people foul out.
And 2 of them got 20.
And 2 of them got 20 and 24. The other dude got 8. And the other person was like, shit, I'm just here so I could just put somebody on their ass.
I'm here for the cardio.
That's it. I'm just here. I'm here so I won't get fined. You got Alabama got 2 players with 3 fouls, 1 with 4. Rest of them got 2, 1 and 0. Yeah, toxic relationships are not cool. and I've been in a couple of toxic relationships. And I'm glad I got myself out of those relationships. Cause I probably will be in jail, or my sisters would probably be coming over here to try to kill the person. To unalive.
You have not lived until you did a DNA test in the parking lot of Bob Evans.
Oh no.
That's a level of toxic. So you don't know the story, right?
Not the Bob Evans.
So let me tell you the whole. Let me tell you the whole story. Let me tell you the whole story, right? So when I got to Florida State, when I got to Tallahassee first in '94, when I got to Tallahassee, my homegirl called and said, "You know, your ex baby looked just like you," right? So me and the girl that I was dating at the time, who ended up being the mother of 2 of my kids, we drive down to St. Pete, go to this girl house, and I ask her, "Hey, your friend said X, Y, and Z. Is this true?" She told me no. Cool. I'm living my life, going to school, whatever. I graduate and I go to grad school at USF in '99. In 2000, same woman hit me up and says, "This little girl, your baby." I said, "Cool, let's get a DNA test." Now, at the time, I'm still, struggling grad student. I don't have a whole bunch of money. And back then, if you didn't go through the court, you paid for the DNA test yourself. And it had 2. They had one that had a chain of custody. That was $750. I paid for that. That at the time was my last $750 to the first of the month. Place was on West Kennedy. This lady didn't show up. If somebody don't show up, they don't give you your money back. I could have crashed out. I could have popped up over her mama's house. I ain't do none of that. I went on about my business, live my life. Fast forward to 2015. So in 2015, mind you, I had messed with the girl on and off in between all of this. Because again, that toxic, when you enjoying toxic, you don't think with your clear mind. So 2015, me and Ash mama together. Ash is on the way. I just found out Ash is on the way. This girl called me up and say, I'm sorry, my cousin, that's what it was. My cousin called me. No, my mama called me. My mama called me and said, "What's this going on about? You got hiding kids in St. Pete." I'm tripping. So I get on Facebook. My cousin, all up and down the Facebook wall, talking about, "I can't believe my cousin hiding kids in St. Pete, yada, yada, yada." So I jump in my car and I drive over to St. Pete to my cousin's house. And I said, "Look, this was going on. This is why all this happening." Come to find out, my daughter was working with my cousin at this tutoring place because my cousin was a teacher.
Right.
My cousin said, because everybody think my cousin's my sister. My cousin said, my daughter walked up to her and said, "Your brother's my daddy." My cousin didn't say nothing that Friday. She didn't say nothing that Saturday. She didn't say nothing that Sunday. She waited till Monday to get on Facebook and go off.
Oh, wow.
So I pull up to the girl house and I say, "Look, I get paid on, I believe I got paid on Wednesday." I said, "I get paid on Wednesday. I'll go," because that was when they first had DNA tests in CVS. "I'll go get the DNA test and we can do the DNA test right then. We ain't got to do nothing crazy." Because I was not paying another $750. I wasn't doing that no more. So she said, "Okay." So I get paid. I get in my car. I drive to their house. Nobody answered the door. Nobody answered the phone. So I go to my cousin's house because, I got to tell my cousin this is what I've been going through for I don't know how long. My cousin said, "Oh, they go to dinner every Wednesday night at Bob Evans." Really? If you know me, I'm not going to let that go. So I pulled up to Bob Evans. And I probably had the wrong look on my face when I went to Bob Evans. But when the lady at Bob Evans said, can I get you a table? I said, no, I'm going right there. So I walked over to their table, DNA test in hand, and put the 2 DNA tests on the table.
Woo!
And so, when they got done eating, Bob Evans was closed. It had to be a good 9:30 at night. And that's when we did the DNA test at Bob Evans. And that day I went from 2 and 1 on the way to 4 and 1 on the way.
Oh, wow.
Toxic relationships are not good. I live that life.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Ed, she had a whole boyfriend that was supposed to go into the military. And so, Troy, back then in South St. Pete, they celebrated dudes that came home from prison and dudes that went in the military more than a dude with a college degree. I'm not making any judgments on people. That's just the way it was back then. So it was what it was. It ended up working out. Before my dad passed in 2016, he got to see my middle son play football and basketball. So that, I got some memories of that. So it ended up working out. And if it wasn't for my daddy, because I'm here to tell you, I was on full crash out mode. My daddy said, "What you mad at her for? Life happens."
That is true.
I said, "You know what? You're right."
You know about it.
So, things happen, but you can keep that drama from your life if you choose to. If you invite drama into your life, it will wreck it. Trust and believe.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to keep it out of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need it, especially with all the stuff that I've been going through. I don't need it. Don't need to have it.
Mm-mm.
At one point in time, I was getting ready to call my little sister. I can't do that now since she works in law enforcement now. So I can't do it now. But back then, ooh, little sister would have pulled up talking about where the bitch at. Little sister would have pulled up. All 5'10" of her would have pulled up and said, "What's up? Where she at?"
It's just
She ain't wasting no questions. She ain't asking nothing. She gonna ask me, where is she at? And she gonna go handle business and then go about her business.
yeah. It was for me. It was just all that time that I missed. My brain couldn't function with all that time I missed. What I know EA said something. Listen, man, it was the 90s. That's all I'm gonna say. It was the 90s.
Yeah, it was the 90s. 90 was a wild decade right there. Oh my goodness.
I used to
So we
pull up back home at, like, if anybody's from Tampa, there used to be a place called Club Atlanta in Tampa on Kennedy. It's a law firm now. But back then, you get off the road and go straight to the club. And it just, I was living my best life.
Oh Lord, that is funny. I guess it happened to most of us when we got kids. I guess it was non-existent for myself too. Because I got 2 of them.
Man, listen, and here's the funny part. Like, everybody that I had kids with, I was in a relationship with at one point. So in the moment you think, oh, this is gonna be it. Until that's your wife, this ain't it.
That is true.
So I love every one of my kids. Love them to death. Love all my grandchildren. So life happens for a reason. I'm blessed. That's all I can tell you.
Man, so I seen a video for BI Day DFW gonna be happening again here in 2026. Shout out to my homie, Miss Marika Sterling, who's the president of the Alumni Association for FAMU here. Of course, Marquise Bell and the great Nate Newton is gonna be there again. Shout out. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this is the only time I will give the president some credence for giving a pardon to Nate Newton. Nate Newton should never been in the situation in the first place, but you don't know what they, folks go through. But he was pardoned for what he, transporting marijuana across state lines. So he ain't got to have that on his record, and he can be fully free now.
Yeah, but that being said, to anybody that has never been to a Be Out Day, let me tell you something.
I get it. It's fun. It was hot there though, but it was fun.
Listen, we used to be in Tallahassee, and it's not really spring. It's really just another summer. Outside, in the heat of the day, concerts, food, co-eds.
Mm-hmm.
It was a time. Like I got a tattoo because that was back when I had, when I was skinny and I had a 4-pack. I got a tattoo. I don't like the word wife beater. That's just on the description. I had to put a wife beater on and was hanging out. Now at the time, when you skinny and cut up, you think, oh, I'm it. And then you know, people make you think because they give you attention that you it. I would never do that now. But back then, oh my God. We had a time.
And it's just not for only FAMU people. It's really for everybody.
Oh yeah, I went to state. I went to Florida State. I was going across the street all the time.
It's really for everybody. Hell, I don't. It's just state folks that was up in there and PV and Grambling and seeing a Bethune-Cookman person and Alabama. Everybody is represented at that the Be Out Day, and I was like, you know what? I think this is a good thing for that for us to have, for us, and I'm not saying us as just me, but like with Black people to have, and the true the camaraderie, that we could give to our kids, like, hey, just because it says FAMU on here, don't mean that you can't you ain't able to participate in this also, because you can always participate and come out and have fun, and it's all about going there is having fun and networking.
Yeah, it's literally to be out. Right.
To basically be out the house for
Ash went last year. Ash had them, man. Ash left me to go play video games because they had a truck in the Tampa Be Out there. They had a video game truck. And the lady that was over the video game truck, she was like, he gonna be okay. Just you go have fun. He gonna be all right. Ash left me for an hour to play video games.
He said
he didn't come out till he wanted something to drink. He was like, Dad, let's go get something to drink. And then he went right back in.
Yeah.
That's family, dog. That's you can't you'll never get that in listen, you'll never get nothing like that at Florida State. I'm sorry. I know where I went.
Well, now I'm gonna be honest with you. You won't get anything like that for any PWI. Shoot. It is good to have something like that because, like I said, it's good to network with other folks from other places. But we gonna get up off this thing. It's 9:00. I know everybody going over to Ken, and he got the people who makes the socks sick fit. Go check that out. I think he's going to be interviewing them. I'm still trying to get Coach Thornton on here. I know can't do it tomorrow because they got game tomorrow and this weekend, so probably gonna be next week to come on here. But also I'm gonna try to go ahead and with my connection get Coach White from Howard on here, so he can tell us about his plans about the Bison and what he plan on doing, and see if he could try to dethrone the two-time BAC champs in South Carolina State. We got basketball actions Thursday, Saturday, Monday. We are almost to the finish line with this thing, with college basketball. And baseball's getting ready to start. Is revving up. We got the Andre Dawson Classic coming up this weekend. Where is it? Vero Beach, Florida.
Yep, Vero Beach, 8:00 Saturday. I thought I was gonna definitely be there. I hope I'm there because I got family stuff going on, but we'll see where it's at on Friday.
Yep. We got HBCU Legacy Bowl this weekend. I think the CIAA tournament starts next week, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna ask my CIAA compadre, Mr. Stephen Gaither, to get some info on that. And like I said, we're gonna remember also the last thing, last and foremost, we're gonna honor Jesse Jackson, again, passed away yesterday at the age of 84. HBCU alum, civil rights activist, the last true connection to Martin Luther King, other than Bernice King, the daughter. But she was young, she was little when her dad passed away. But he was the last full connection between Martin Luther King. Him and John Lewis. John Lewis passed away, 2 years ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, man, that is crazy. He done a lot of things in his time, and he wasn't afraid to speak his mind, and wasn't afraid to tell you like it is. Even though people tried to say it was past his time to fight for equality and stuff, he did not care about that. He still wanted to fight the good fight, and unfortunately the Lord said it was time for him to come home. So again, we honor what he has done, and we ain't never gonna forget what he done and what his impact was for Black people in this country, pretty much all around. But catch us tomorrow on the Gathering Old Men podcast tomorrow, and we got the Romper Room tomorrow too.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
So, other than that, y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. Hug your loved ones and love on your loved ones. Crash out on your kids and beat them out the penitentiary. As our good friend Jamal would tell everybody, punch a Nazi and fuck Donald Trump. We out this thing. Y'all be easy.